And we're recording. Thank you everyone for being here. We're starting in supported bridge with the soles of the feet on the earth, knees bent and pointed up towards the sky. Lifted up on top of a block. And maybe take the feet out wide on the mat and let the knees gently fall in toward one another to support each other here. And see what that feels like in your hips and in your low back. Inhaling into the belly. If the hands are on the belly, maybe notice the rise and fall as you inhale and exhale. And just take a moment to explore a really mindful practice. Kind of just acknowledging where you've been and what you've done so far today and this past month, year. Everything that's back there is back there. We can acknowledge it and know that it brought us to right here, right now, the present moment. And just notice where you are. Maybe open your eyes if your eyes are closed and just look around you and notice where you are here. Maybe listen, notice what you hear. Sounds around you in the house or other people in the building. Maybe notice what you smell. Continue breathing. Notice what you taste, how the inside of your mouth feels. Maybe notice how your skin feels. Does the air feel warm or cool? And then maybe imagine that down low in your belly is a water balloon. And you can fill that water balloon up from a faucet, filling in from the bottom up. And just imagine filling up the belly like a water balloon with fresh oxygen here. Just focusing on the belly. And as you exhale, the balloon empties. Inhale into that water balloon of the belly. Exhale to let it go. Inhale, belly. Exhale to just release. And maybe walk your feet away from your sit bones an inch or two just to give yourself more space. Let a little more softness come into the hip flexors. Releasing the low back. And then let's inhale into the upper part of the lungs, imagining a helium balloon there that fills up from the top to the bottom. I'm thinking, standing up or sitting up, so technically right now I guess it's bottom to top. But filling up high in the chest, filling up through the top part of the lungs and then just releasing, just breathing into the top part of the chest here. Do that for 3 breaths at your own pace. Just maybe slow it down a little bit. And then take the palms of your hands to the side body. So the left hand is cupping the left ribs, and the right palm is cupping the right side body here. And as you inhale, think about expanding through the ribs, opening up in the middle of the torso. And as you exhale, just hug the ribs in toward one another. Inhale to expand and take up space. And exhale, just drawing the ribs in, cinching up the spine. Inhale to open up and expand and fill the hands, making space in between the ribs. And then exhale to let it go. And then let's inhale all together, all three parts. Let's inhale into the belly, filling up that water balloon. And then into the chest, filling up the helium balloon. And then into the ribs, expanding through the side body. And then exhale, hug the ribs. Empty the chest, empty the belly. Let's do that a few times, putting it all together. Inhale, belly, chest, ribs. You can release the hands here if you like, or you can keep them on your ribs or belly. Exhale in reverse. Inhale, belly, chest, ribs. Exhale, ribs, chest, belly. Last time here. Inhale, belly, chest, ribs. Exhale, ribs, chest, belly. And then let's put it all together at the same time, inhaling all 3 points at once, expanding through the belly. And as we exhale, let's just maybe exhale out the mouth with a sigh. Inhale all 3, filling up, biggest breath you've taken all day. And exhale out the mouth with a sigh. Last time on your own. Filling up, inviting yourself into the present moment with the breath. And exhale just to let it all go. And draw one knee and then the other in towards the chest. Cupping your palms over the kneecaps. And just maybe rocking gently, just a little bit from side to side. Massaging that low back with the block. Maybe inhale and straighten the arms, let the knees drop away. And then as you exhale, bend the elbows, cupping the knees, draw them in closer towards your collarbones. Inhale, expanding the knees away. Exhale, drawing the knees in towards the chest, bending the elbows. Inhale, drawing the knees away. Exhale, place the sole of one foot and then the other on the earth. And if it feels good, inhale to stretch the left leg out long, sliding the left heel along the mat, opening up through the left side body. And if it might feel good, you might explore extending the right leg at the same time, kind of making a little banana shape draped across your block, opening up through the hips, the front of the thighs, the belly, the low back. Maybe find that 3-part breath here. Belly, chest, ribs. And exhale, letting go of any effort that is not serving you here. Maybe turn the arms out and open up the palms to the sky. And just let yourself melt across the block or cushion, whatever you're laying on. Inhale one more time here. Exhale to draw the sole of one foot and then the other back to the earth. And then press into the feet and inhale to lift the hips up and off your block or cushion. And then set the small of the back down on the earth and draw one knee and then the other in towards the chest. Maybe draw the nose up towards the knees and rock a little bit from side to side. Maybe rotate the ankles in one direction and then the other. And let's take the knees and the palms again, cupping them together here. And let's make circles. So let's inhale, sending the arms out long, pressing the knees away from the body. And as we exhale, draw the knees over to the right and then up towards the chest again. And as you inhale, take the knees over to the left and away from the body, down through center. And exhale back around through the right. And continue making these circles with the breath, and they might be very small or they can be super generous. Whatever feels good in the back body here. And the next time you come back up to center on an exhale, reverse the circles, inhaling down through the right and away, and exhaling up through the left and in towards the collarbones. Around and around, slowing down here. Moving with the breath. Letting it be fluid and flowy and gentle. And the next time you draw the knees into the chest, give them a little bit of a hug here. Draw the nose up to the knees. And gently, if it feels good, you can either rock up and down the spine to a seat, or you could roll to one side or the other and press up. I like to rock up and down the spine and hear all the little cracks back there. And let's come up to a seat. Sitting either in Sukhasana with legs crossed, cross-legged position, or in lotus position, or maybe half lotus or Siddhasana with one heel and then the other in towards the chest. And let's sit up tall, inhaling the crown of the head towards the sky. And exhaling to draw the shoulder blades down the back body towards the back pockets if you had pockets back there today. Inhaling tall, exhaling to soften. And then let's come into hero's pose. Sitting on our shins, resting with our sit bones on the heels. Drawing that crown of the head up towards the sky and letting the tailbone be long and pointed down at the earth. Let's inhale the shoulders up towards the ears, and then exhale, really actively pulling them down the back, lifting the heart, opening up through the chest here. And then shift your hips over, shift your sit bones over to the left so that you're sitting on that left hip with the knees bent and the feet pointed back behind you, kind of like you're sitting in a little mermaid pose. Sit up nice and tall, drawing the crown of the head up towards the sky, fingertips beside you, supporting your spine. And then inhale here, and as you exhale, take the right hand to the top of the left knee and twist gently, looking over to the left. Drawing the left shoulder blade back, taking the left fingertips or palm to the mat right next to your hip. Inhaling to lengthen through the crown of the head up towards the sky. And exhaling just to soften into your twist, maybe twisting any amount more. Inhaling tall, exhaling to soften. Inhale, exhale, and the next time you inhale, press the left palm into the earth. Press the left hips upward, lifting the right arm up and over, pointing your right fingertips towards the left hand. So you're making a big rainbow with the right side body here. Really expanding the right ribs. Maybe explore looking down towards the earth, drawing those right fingertips away. Or maybe draw the right fingers back, opening up the palm and the heart to the sky. Noticing the difference in the feeling in that right hip, no matter where you are positioning your body. Working with your body as a partner, letting it tell you what it likes, what it needs. And the next time you inhale, reach the right fingertips up to the sky, bring the left sit bones back to the earth, and then come back up into your hero's pose. Sitting back on your heels, and if that's not comfortable, you could always tuck your block in or a rolled up towel or pillow and sit down on that between the calves. Let's inhale a gentle seated cow here, drawing the heart forward, tucking the chin. Exhale, rounding the back, drawing the belly button towards the spine, and the inhale and the belly button to the chin to the chest. Inhaling cow pose, arching the back. Exhale, cat, rounding through, just realigning the spine and the neck and the hips here. And then let's go ahead and shift the right sit bones over to the right side, sitting in your little mermaid pose. Fingertips out to the sides, drawing up long through the crown. Tucking the chin to keep the neck long. Inhale here, and then exhale to bring the left palm to the top of the right knee. The right fingertips down near your right hip and twist over, looking out over the right shoulder. Inhale to lengthen through the crown. Exhale to soften into the twist. Noticing if you're gripping anywhere, maybe your toes are gripping or your fingers. You don't need any of that, just soften it, let it go. Just drawing up through the spine, pressing into the fingertips. And then when you're ready, press into the right palm and lift the hips away from the earth, drawing the left arm up and overhead alongside the left ear. Letting the left fingertips point down to the earth. Breathing into the left side body, noticing what you feel in the left arm, shoulder, armpit. Maybe looking up towards the sky, opening the heart to the sky, reaching back with the left fingertips, or maybe rounding forward slightly, looking down at the earth and reaching forward and out. Pressing into that left hip as much as feels good here. Just letting it be delicious and flowy and awesome. When you're ready to come out, inhale the left fingertips up towards the sky and come back into your hero's pose. Inhaling cow, exhaling cat, realigning through the spine and the neck and the shoulders. Inhale into your cow, exhale into your cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And then let's come to tabletop position here, coming on hands and knees. Tops of the feet are on the mat. Knees and shins are parallel here, knees stacked over the hips. Palms are pressing into the mat right underneath the shoulders, or maybe walk those palms out an inch or two ahead of you so that the weight of the upper body isn't all on the wrists, and press into those fingers to kind of lift through the palms. Almost like you've got a couple of cupcakes underneath the palms and you don't want to smush the frosting. So really pressing into the fingers, pressing away from the mat, drawing the crown of the head away from the tailbone. Drawing the tailbone down and away from the crown of the head. Inhale here. Exhale, really pressing into your foundation here. And then inhale, pressing the right leg out long. Toe tips can be on the earth, curled under, or your leg can be lifted and parallel with the back, level with the back. Toes turned down towards the earth, keeping that hip level here. And then bend that right knee and make circles with the knee here, rotating the leg bone in the hip socket in one direction, and then switching directions and rotating that knee in the opposite direction. And then inhale the right leg out long again. And exhale to draw the right knee up toward the heart, planting the sole of the right foot on the earth. Coming into your low lunge. Using blocks here on either side of you to bring the earth closer, or if you only have one block, use it in your left hand here. Or the right hand, whichever seems to make sense for your body. Nobody's perfectly symmetrical. But find your nice low lunge here and maybe inch that right knee, or excuse me, left knee back just a little bit to really open up in that right or left hip flexor. I know my sides. Stack that right knee over the right ankle. Inhale your heart forward, tuck that chin, draw the shoulder blades down the back. And then take both hands to the inside of the right foot and kind of heel toe your right foot out just a little bit. Pressing into the earth with fingertips or palms to block or mat. So you're inside the leg here with the upper body, lizard pose. And maybe if it feels good, roll to the outside of the right foot, coming to the pinky side of the foot and really opening up in the hip. Doesn't have to be a really big movement. And it doesn't have to be rolled to the side if that doesn't feel good in your body. Maybe you might experiment a little bit with opening and closing, just finding a little gentle movement in the hip. Still finding your lifted heart and your tucked chin and your shoulder blades drawn all the way back down towards your left foot here. And then draw the right knee back up. Take the right hand back to the outside of the right foot, so the right foot is planted between the palms again. Either stay here with the left knee on the ground or lift the left knee, curling the toes under. Either way, straighten through that right front leg. So you're either here with the hips stacked over the left knee with the top of the foot pressed to the floor, or you're here with the left toes curled under and the knee up from the floor and straightening through the right leg here. Pressing down and back with the left heel. No matter where you are, noticing what you feel in the top of that right leg, the back, all the way up through the thigh, and breathe here. Find your lifted heart, your tucked chin, and that big belly breath, inhaling belly, chest, ribs, and exhaling to soften here, pressing into that left foot and opening up through the front leg. And then inhale, stacking the right knee over the right ankle again and taking the right knee back to your tabletop. Again, finding our cat-cow here to realign the spine and the hips. Inhaling cow, dropping the belly, lifting the heart. Exhale, cat, pressing into those fingertips, pressing the tops of the feet to the earth. Inhale, cow, bending the elbows and curling the toes. Exhale, cat, belly button to the spine, chin to chest. Inhale, coming back to your table. Stay for the exhale to reestablish your foundation here. And then inhale, pressing the left foot out long, toes to the earth, or leg lifted and level with the back. Pressing through the left heel. Finding length, dialing the left toes down towards the earth to keep the hips level. So if I put a teacup on your back, it would not spill. And then bend that left knee and make those circles with the knee, rotating through the hip in one direction. And then reversing directions, rotating the opposite way, continuing to breathe. Inhale the leg out long and exhale, drawing the knee up to the heart And pulling the foot through to plant the sole of the foot on the mat between the palms, coming to mat or fingertips or blocks. Whatever feels good in your body. Feel free to explore and experiment different ways of feeling different positions in the body. Inhale, lifting the chest, tucking the chin. Exhale, drawing that right hip towards the earth, drawing the left hip back so that both sides, both hip bones are facing the front of the mat. Breathing here. And then go ahead and bring the left hand inside the left foot. Coming into your lizard pose. If you like, you could explore curling the right toes under and lifting the right knee and really opening up in the hip, the thigh. Pressing into the sole of the left foot. Pressing into the heel of the right foot. Lifting the shoulder blades down the back, lifting the heart. Drawing upward through the back body even as much as you're pressing into the earth. And with the right knee either lifted or down to the mat, you can open up through the left hip, coming to the pinky side of the left foot, opening up through the knee. Maybe finding some gentle movement here. Inhaling into that right hip flexor. Exhaling to soften. And then heel toe that foot back to center. Inhale here, stacking the right knee over the right ankle, left. And then inhale, drawing the hips back over the right knee. Or curl the right toes under, lift the right knee, and straighten through the front right leg. Pressing down and back into the right heel. Noticing what you feel in the left leg. Noticing how it feels if you add that 3-part belly breath. Belly, chest, ribs. Exhaling ribs, chest, belly. And then wherever you are, bring the right knee to the mat. And let's go ahead and step the left knee back. And take 2 cat-cows here, just to realign the tailbone, realign the spine. Inhaling into your cow. Exhaling into your cat. And then let's take the elbows down to where the palms were. Staying here for 1 breath in this heart-opening pose. And then let's come down all the way to the belly. Draw the palms back next to the ribs. So the thumbs are in line with the nipples here. Draw the elbows down and back towards one another. Tuck the chin. Inhale, cobra of any height, maybe just an inch or 2, lifting 1 set of ribs from the mat, and exhale to lower. Inhale, cobra, drawing up towards the sky from the back of the heart, keeping that chin tucked. Exhale like a wave, coming back down towards the earth. Last time, cobra of any height, pressing into the tops of the feet. And exhale to lower. And then let's Take the left arm out to the left side, palm facing down, so it's kind of perpendicular with the body. And then use the right hand to push up and roll onto the left side. Stacking the hips, stacking the knees, stacking the feet, making any adjustment with the flesh of the breast here to get that out of your way, resting the left temple on the earth here. Notice what you feel in that left hip. Notice the stretch in the front of the right or left shoulder, using the right hand like a kickstand here. Maybe stay here, or if it feels good, you might take the sole of the right foot to the earth behind the left knee, pointing the knee up towards the sky, drawing the right knee away from the center body, opening up through that hip, pressing down into the left heel. And maybe explore what it might feel like to reach back with the right hand and take the right ankle, drawing that right knee back in towards the left, maybe adjusting the left arm if you need to, drawing the right knee in so that the knees are as close to one another as possible. Maybe press the right foot back into the right palm, opening up through the shoulder and the hip and the quadricep, and just letting it feel amazing, focusing on every place where you're being nurtured and stretched. And when you're ready to come out, inhale to release, roll back to the belly, find your palms next to the ribs, drawing the elbows back, and push up as you inhale into cobra. Exhale back down to the mat. Push up cobra, maybe coming up a little higher, drawing the elbows in towards the sides. Exhale back down to the mat. Push up into cobra, really drawing the shoulder blades down the back body, pressing the tops of the feet into the earth. Come back down to the mat, and then let's take this little ditty over to the other side, sending the right arm out long, rolling up onto this right side body, pressing into the earth with the left palm, stacking the hips, stacking the feet, stacking the shoulders, right cheek or temple resting on the mat. Noticing what you feel as you continue to breathe. If you want a little more, you can bend the left knee and take the sole of the left foot to the mat behind the right knee. Opening up through that left hip. Maybe take that right hand back behind you, reaching for left hand reaching for the left ankle and drawing the left knee in towards center, toward the right knee. Opening up through the front of the left side body as you press the top of the left foot into the fingers. Staying anywhere along this route that feels best in your body. If it's still stacked here, that's perfect. Just honor your body and where you are. Tomorrow might be different. Honor where you are today. Let's inhale to release, send the right leg out long, left leg out long, directionally challenged. And let's come back to our low cobra here. Pressing up as we inhale, exhaling down like a wave. Pressing up as we inhale, exhaling down like a wave. And then let's do something a little bit different for Shavasana. If prone Shavasana, lying face down here on the mat, is not good for you, roll over to your belly or to your back. You can rest your cheek to mat or maybe to the back of your stacked hands, or maybe you want to rest your forehead to your hands. Spinning the elbows out to the side, resting on the belly. Shavasana in a slightly different way. Tops of the feet are resting on the earth and the heels are just soft and open to the sides. As you breathe, you can feel the belly and the organs pressing into the earth. Moving any flesh out of the way that might not contributing to your comfort here, and settling in to find just a few more breaths in quiet stillness. As you inhale, notice how the skin of the back body expands. And as you exhale, just soften, let go. No effort at all is required here. Surrender the weight of the body to the support of the mat and the earth. And we do have this magical connection. Maybe if you're resting on a cheek, maybe without disturbing yourself too much, switch to the other cheek to even things out in the neck. But even the trees of the forest, all of their roots expand downward and they communicate in a kind of an internet highway below the surface of the earth. Some trees will give other trees energy. Whenever trees are struggling and maybe don't have enough light or water, they communicate silently beneath the surface. And we humans do too. We can tap into that with our own energy. Our brains are amazing. So imagine this connection between you and the earth. Everyone enjoying this practice with you, them and their connection to the earth, and our connection to one another. Find 2 more full breaths here, wherever you are. And when you're ready, find a little movement. Maybe wiggle the toes. Maybe rotate the ankles. Bend the knees. Kind of swing them back and forth like a little kid. And then press into your hands. Lift the chest away. Bend the knees and draw all the way back into your child's pose. Taking your forehead to the mat or a block, nice and extended, curling the toes under, pressing into the bottoms of the feet, pressing into those fingers. And then draw one knee and the other up underneath you, coming back into your hero's pose. Sitting to block or to heels. Palms resting to thighs. Drawing up through the crown, drawing the tops of the ears up to the sky, tucking the chin, drawing the shoulder blades down the back towards the tailbone and lifting the heart. Finding one full deep breath here, all connected. And softening with an exhale. Let's take the fingertips out to the sides. Lift the palms to the sky as we inhale and reach up overhead alongside the ears, drawing the palms together and down to the heart as we exhale. Breathing here, let's tilt the chin gently, pressing the thumbs into the sternum and drawing the heart up to the thumbs, letting the elbows be heavy here. Finding one last big stretch in the back of the neck. Thank you so much for practicing with me, for giving me your valuable time. Thank you so much for giving yourself the gift of this time, but also the necessity in taking good care of yourself. And all of the light and love that is within me honors the light and love that is within you. Namaste.